Ladies, leave your hobbies at home and come with me on a blind date in the journal of Bollenhut Art. Today I'm going to create the starter of the menu. We will have a bit of grunge on a lovely rosé pink junk journal page with 2 pockets. Hi there, this is Luise Heinzel. Welcome to my channel Junk Journal Art. If you perhaps are new here and you don't know what I'm talking about, blind date junk journal with Bollenhut Art, what is that? Then please check out the info box. There's a whole playlist about this junk journal collaboration project, and you can find all the previous videos there so that you can watch them if you want. So today, it's a really big honor that I may create the starter of the menu that Susanne from Bollenhut Art has written down for me. But when I read this starter, a bit of grunge on a lovely rosé pink junk journal page, I thought she would like to, she's kidding or something like that, because she knows exactly, like you perhaps as well, that I don't like those colors. So I thought Luise is a little bit smarter than Susanne thinks she is. So I took this page here where those colors already were. I mean, this rose on the right page and this pattern of the fabric on the left page, they are rosé and pink. So here she has her color that she wants me to do. So she has to live with that. So for this bit of grunge, I decided to take some Distress Oxide Refiller ink, vintage photo, mixed with some water. I've sprayed that through a stencil. And now I'm using a black art crayon. If you don't know Susanne's channel, she's really often using a lot of black in her projects. She's using this woody pen for this kind of project. I don't have such a pen, so I've decided that I want to try it with this crayon. And I also tried to make it really extremely, because she's doing this as well. This was a strange experience, because in this journal, of course, 2 styles are meeting each other. Susanne's style is totally different than mine. And she has said to me the other day, it can't be more extreme than it is, because our creations are so different, and they will meet in these 2 journals, in this journal, in her journal, and in my journal that is on her desk at the moment. And of course, I am allowed to play with my own things, with my own style. But when I started, suddenly something, came over me. It was like a jacket that, an invisible jacket that someone put to my shoulders. And it was like a really cozy atmosphere. At the same time, I always thought, what would she do? And of course, I would like to create this page in a style that she likes, because it's her journal. And it's also a little bit strange to create something in a journal that isn't yours. So perhaps you can't imagine those feelings, but I wanted to try to explain that to you, that it was really, really strange. These both journals and this whole blind date junk journal project is at the same time a design team project for 49 Dragonflies. Hi Barbara, perhaps you are watching. So we've decided that we want to create our journals with Barbara's papers. So what you can see here on the right side is also from Barbara's shop. You can also find the links of her shop and all the materials that we've used here down below in the description box. And what would a junk journal page with Barbara's papers be without any gold? So I've decided I want to add some gold. I yeah, first thought I could make some watercolor splatters with the golden watercolor, but then I thought I would like to try something different to make this page grungy but elegant at the same time. So I've used some gilding wax and put that through a stencil so that I have a really light golden shimmer on this page. And to balance that out a little bit, to get this dark colors a little bit more balanced, I've used some white gesso and my finger tool and made some marks here. I've followed Barbara's rule of 3, so you can see on the right side there are some marks, on the bottom, and now here on the top I'm adding some as well, so that there's some kind of a triangle of this white color. She says that's good, and I think she's right, so of course we have to do that. So then I thought I have to put something into one of these both pockets that are on this page. So I've decided to make a little tag out of the menu tag that Susanne has prepared for me, and another page from Barbara's shop. So this white page with these dots you can also find in Barbara's shop. And in the camera, these dots look really red, but in reality, it's this typically rosé tone that I think Susanne wanted me to use. Also, a bit of grunge. I mean, on this tag, you know, we need a bit of grunge on this tag as well to make it match the other things on the page. So I've used another stencil and sprayed my mixture of Distress Oxide, re-inker and water to this thing here, and I wanted to get a really abstract result that worked, obviously, as you can see here. And then I thought, let's make a little collage, something scrappy on this tag. So I took out this paper. I had that left over from another design team project that I made for Barbara. And I've already stained this with some Distress Oxides and a stencil as well. The other day I made some journaling cards out of this, and I thought, why not using these little strips? And I know that Susanne said to me that she likes these journaling cards, and especially the pattern on this paper. So I decided that I want to make a little surprise for her and use some of the parts of this paper here so that she has some of this as well later on when the journal is coming back to her. So I've just layered this a little bit. No, yeah, layered is the wrong word. Or perhaps not. I don't know. You know, I wanted to have it a little bit, yeah, some kind of a mix on this tag. And then I had this cabinet card that also comes from Barbara's shop. I know that Susanne really likes these old photos, so I've decided that I want to put this woman to the backside of this tag and make a little collage thingy with the same scraps like I have used on the front side as well. I've used Barbara's technique to first put the photo or this main image to the tag, glue it only in the middle, and then I've just put the scraps around this image. It's a really easy thing. And Barbara, if you're watching, thank you very much for this tip. And then here you can see the beginning of a happy accident. I've used this blue fabric material to make a little ruffle. Additionally, I've used a little bit of this ribbon that Susanne has put through the hole of the tag to add that there on the bottom. And after spritzing some white gesso, I've spritzed my mixture of Distress Oxide ink and water again, because I know that this oxide effect of vintage photo sometimes gets a little bit blue when it's dry. And it's exactly the blue that my ruffle has. So my plan was, when this is dry, I have blue and brownish grungy things on my tag that match each other. And as you can see, you will see it in a second a little bit closer, that worked so well. I was so happy when this came out, so cool. And then I took a page tab. This comes from Barbara's shop as well. And this blue, as you can see, matches the other colors really well. I just wanted to have a third blue element here on this tag. And yeah, I've just glued it there. As you can see, you can just cut them out from Barbara's sheets and then, yeah, you know, glue them where you want them so that you can have a really cool little thing to take out the tag from the pocket later much more easy. Then I thought I would like to add something else. First, I thought I put this to the front side of the tag, I mean here, but then I realized that this white of the ribbon will disappear completely when I put this mushroom there. The mushrooms are from Barbara's shop as well, by the way. Then the white will disappear and Susanne probably will not recognize that this white ribbon comes from her piece of ribbon on the top. So I decided that I want to put that here to the back side, and this also gives me the chance that the straight edge of this page tab is not so visible. I think this is a really cute collage, even if it's only made out of these mushrooms and the page tab, but with this background I think it looks really cute, and it's a little bit autumn themed as well. Don't know why I thought about autumn, but in this journal everything is a little bit crazy. And then the next step of the happy accident happened. So I looked at this, I put it into this pocket, and then I wanted to check how much the ruffle comes out of the page. And as you can see, these colors match so well to the previous page. Susanne has made this little collage with this blue fabric, and that was not planned. I haven't flipped the page before I created this with the blue. And that was a point where I thought, okay, in this journal, everything can happen. You have to be aware of everything. And yeah, okay, so when we talk about experiments, then we also have to talk about fairies. This fairy comes from Barbara's shop as well. Here you can see that it fits really well to this rose paper, but this would be too obvious for Susanne, so I can't put the fairy to this other page. So I've decided that I want to place her here. These round elements that you can see there, Susanne has painted by herself before she has sent the journal to me. And I wanted to have this fairy dancing on these little round elements. The bottom one looks like like this fairyland stones. And I wanted to have her dancing on this stone. But of course now you can't see her from the other page. So yeah, what would Susanne do in this moment? Yes, she would take some scissors and make a hole into this page. So I did it in the same extreme way like she would do it. And if you perhaps want to imitate that, I can recommend to eyeball where approximately the middle of the face of the fairy is. Make this hole with your scissors or something else. You can also take an awl or something like that. And then carefully tear this hole so that it gets bigger. And so in this way you can find the right position for the hole. Of course, I don't want the whole fairy to be seen, but only a little bit. I mean her face and perhaps a little bit of the body, but not the whole thing. Otherwise it would be not such a surprise. The edges of this teared paper scraps, I've folded in, I've rolled them up a little bit and put them in a really flat way to this page, but they are still a little bit bulky. But I haven't glued them because I thought Susanne can decide by herself if this is too bulky for her. If yes, she can tear the rolled part of the scraps and just glue it down. Then it's really flat. It's only 2 layers of paper then. But perhaps she likes this 3-dimensional look, and then she can leave it like it is. To make this hole a little bit more 3-dimensional, I've taken this black crayon again and I've just scribbled around on the frame of this hole, and then I've smeared this crayon with my fingers so that this looks a little bit more 3-dimensional, and we have this black from the left page now on the right page as well. Yo. So I think this looks really cute, and especially the contrast between this grungy top page and this, yeah, not grungy fairy print. I think that looks really cool. It makes it really sharp in the background when you look through this hole. Of course, if you use fairies, you can't forget some fairy dust. So I've decided to use some white gesso. I've watered that down and spritz it to the pages with my brush. First I thought I would like to use some glitter, but yeah, you know, it's a problem because Susanne likes those glitter things really much. She's using glitter really often and all those shiny things, but I don't want it to destroy the grunge of this page. And I thought this gold is so extreme and there is so much going on this page, even if I only have added some of these mediums, so that I've decided that I want to have them in white, and they bring a balance with this marks in white on the right side, on the bottom and on the left page. So I think, yeah, that's a cool solution. Of course, you can use any medium that you want. You could also put much glitter to this page if you want to imitate that. I had the goal that Susanne can remember in 30 years or whatever what we did here. So I wanted to include this little paper that she has written for this starter of the menu. I wanted to include that somewhere on this page. And I've decided that I want to give the fairy a little box or something like that where she can stand if she doesn't like to fly anymore, or perhaps she's a little bit tired and she has to rest somewhere. So I thought I will give her this little thing to stand on. And I've also used this black to make this a little bit more three-dimensional, a little bit more grungy and matching to the rest. And then I realized if the fairy now needs a break and she will come down, she will fall into this box. Can you see that? Because of my shading on the right, the left, and the bottom side of this box, it looks like it is open on the top, and I had a really big problem with that. So I've decided that I want to close it on this top side, and I've just made some black crayon there and smeared it with my finger and some water so that this is closed. I mean, sometimes I'm really strange, I know, but you know those things that are going through your head while you're doing this, and I don't want this fairy to be hurt. Okay, so this is my page now. I hope that I've managed it to, yeah, create what Susanne wants to see. I mean, she has written this menu prompt for me, and hopefully she's the same opinion like me, that I've managed it and that this, yeah, is beautiful in her eyes. So of course that's my main goal, that she can look at it, that she can explore the things that are going on this page. And of course I'm hoping that she likes it and that she thinks, okay, that's a part of my journal. And that's a really extreme experience, I have to say. If you want to make such an experience by yourself, please feel free to search for a partner in the comment section down below this video. You can write, I want to have a blind date journal partner, and so on. You know that from other videos on this channel. Feel free to come in contact in the comment section. Okay, so that was the starter of our menu. In my next video, I would like to do the next thing of this menu. It will be a dramatic collage with an oversized blossom of a rose. Don't ask, please don't ask, but watch my next video. Thank you very much for being here with me. Thank you very much for watching. See you the next time. Bye bye.